Hi, I'm Tarina Lund, and I have a TBI, and I'm going to be doing videos hopefully every week and posting them about how to help whoever has a TBI, a traumatic brain injury, and how you can help them or how you can help yourself. And honestly, I don't even know if these are helping anyone. But I really like getting out lately and hiking. It's a good way to cope, I guess. And yeah, there's other ways to cope. Gotta find a way to cope. Anyway, it's so pretty right now. I think I've done a few hikes, so I'm gonna try and walk and talk. We'll see how well that goes. Like, if I trip, sorry about it. And you know what? Okay, along with my TBI, I forget things, so I had to write it down. And I also am getting older, so I need glasses, so I can't read this very well either. And if people come by, that's gonna be so fun, because I'm talking to myself in the phone. Whew. So anyway, today I'm gonna do something really hard. Hey, do you guys want to see where we're going? This is fun because we're just up the canyon again. I love going up the canyon. So we're going up the canyon, and today I thought I'd talk about how I got in my accident. So, because that's really hard. I haven't wanted to talk about it because, well, for obvious reasons. Anyway, are you guys getting sick of me flipping that back and forth? I would. I probably am going to get sick watching this later. Last spring I was on this trail and there was a rattlesnake, so we got to pay attention. Pay attention. Let's go up, shall we? That's always fun. Ugh. Okay, so in 2013, I was on my way into my town, and there's a road that I usually I drive that road every day, sometimes multiple times. And it's winter, it snows, but this day it wasn't snowing. And there were no cars on the road because it was in the morning, about 10-ish. And oh no, I shouldn't have gone up. Anyway, so I was going into the town and I came upon this bridge, I guess you could say, and I could see over, but I came upon a slow person. Normally, I don't dig that because it's a 2-lane road. And I usually like to pass people, but it's a double yellow line. You don't pass on the bridge. But I'm like, okay, as soon as this turns dashed, I'm gonna pass. So I kind of wait for over the bridge and I peek out after the bridge. You know how you do that, and you look out to see if there's any oncoming traffic. It's not like I was actually gonna pass right then. I was just looking for when it became dashed. And there wasn't any oncoming traffic except for way out there, way ahead, and there was time to pass. And I just waited. And you know how you're always aware, at least I am. I'm thinking now that other people are not aware of, sorry, I'm gonna stop because this is too hard. There's a really cool rock up here though. Of who's behind them at all times, because you're always checking your mirrors, right? I'm checking my mirrors. Check your rear view, check your side view. So right before I go to pass, I check my rear view, and as I hit my blinker and check my side view, then I check my blind spot. Ooh, guess what? There was a car there. And I knew I was dead. And sure enough, I'm going to describe it for you. So I was here, and this car came. They were here, and they hit me here. All they would have had to do is tap on their brakes. That's all, and it would have avoided everything, because I was here, you know, I was coming out here, and they hit me, caused me to go like this. Well, there was a cement blockade right here, and my nose hit right here, flipped to me, and I think that old guy that was in that vehicle going like 45 or whatever, 40, in a 55, I think it was at the time, just kept going, and I flipped. My whole car is crunched. I'm gonna show you a picture, but anyway, so the kids that were driving this car, I think they pulled out from the marina. There's no proof. I have no idea. Yeah, it's all hearsay, okay? I don't even know if I can even put this, and I'm not naming names, but no one came to check on me. I was dangling upside down from my seatbelt. I don't know how long I was there. Doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's all said and done now. My car was totaled, obviously, and in another video, maybe I'll let you know what happened in that time, because there's another story. But I was life flighted to a hospital, and I remember being in the bed, and I remember being in the bed and not being able to open my eyes. I could hear people when they would move me. Oh my goodness, that hurt so bad. Hurt every part of my body, but I could not open my eyes. And I think a couple of days after, I would swat their hands away when they would touch me because it hurt so bad. But my, at the time, husband would try to talk to me. He's the only one I would actually listen to. And they would tell him to tell me what to do. And I would listen to him. And he'd say, hey, don't swat their hands away. They're just trying to do this. You know what, though? Caretakers should be more nice to people that aren't responding, maybe, or that do respond, maybe with fury, because at the time I had some stitches in my leg that I had an appointment to go get them out, but I couldn't go get them out because I was obviously in the hospital, so they just snipped them out for me, and they were not soft, okay? They were aggressive because they thought I was in a coma and couldn't feel anything. I felt everything. I could hear everything. I just simply could not respond. I was intubated, obviously. After a couple of days, my children had been in to see me, I think, a couple of times. I remember, I don't know what day it was, but I heard my husband say, oh, because I would try and open my eyes. And I remember my then husband saying, oh, her eyes are fluttering. Go get, and he said my youngest daughter's name, go get her. She's getting her eye. And when I heard her name, I fought so hard to open my eyes for her, to let her know I was okay. And I'll be dang, I got them open. And that was the beginning of my new life, I guess. I didn't think it would be this hard. What a fight it has been. I shouldn't, maybe it's still too, this has brought up so many memories that I thought I'd forgotten because, you know, I have a TBI, I forget things, but I haven't forgot that. I remember going into a dark place because it hurt so bad. My whole body. And they had me on some heavy, heavy drugs. Of course they did. I had broken 2 of my vertebrae in my neck. I believe it was C3 and C4. I had crushed this entire side. My nose was over here, and I had blood on my brain in multiple spots. My wrist was broken. I had internal bleeding. Obviously my nose was broken. This whole thing was just crushed. However, you can say what you want. I received a priesthood blessing and I walked out of that hospital 7 days later. Yep, miracle. With just a band-aid across my nose. Well, okay, I didn't walk. You're right, I didn't walk. You know how they make you get in a wheelchair and they roll you out. But then for the next few months, I laid in a lazy boy, those recliner chair. I could not even watch TV. My brain, I don't understand that. I don't understand how you can't even watch TV. I tried watching Bugs Bunny. I tried watching anything. I like anything to just pass the time because I'm sitting in that chair. I tried to write thank yous because my hospital room got filled with flowers from my Irish dance friends. Oh, and that was something else. I was so scared to try and move my legs because I was petrified that I was going to be, because I broke 2 vertebrae in my neck, that I was going to be paralyzed. Miracle. Ooh. And so I was trying to write thank yous. I wish some of them would have kept them. I read one of my journal entries that I made like probably a month later. It's tripping. It's so funny. It's so funny because I think I could concentrate for like 30 seconds and then it trails off. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta finish writing this. So bizarre. And I really didn't want to get addicted to those drugs, but dang, those headaches were severe. And I would use ice packs. I would be in that dark room in my recliner. I was always hot, and if anyone knows me, I'm always freezing, but I didn't have a blanket hardly ever. What was another thing I wanted to tell you about? Because all I did, obviously I've explained this, but all I could do was sleep for months, and people would want to come and see me, and I wanted people to come and see me. That was so important to me because of my other experience. I'll go over this in another video, but in that car accident, I may as well just tell you here, I had such a big feeling in that chair. I had such an urgency to get out and tell people and show people how much I love them. Because I had been given a choice to either come back or stay in heaven. And I knew it was going to be hard. Hard doesn't even cover this. What was I thinking? I want a do-over. And quite frankly, if I could die like that again, I would take it. I would take it. The only thing I can think of is that I came back for my kids because because I love them. But now they're all raised, so it's over. That's wrong. Okay, anyway. Oh gosh, this is terrible. I hope no one comes up here. I'm sitting on a mountainside laughing. Okay, anyway, I'll talk about that in another video. I don't even know where I was. God, I didn't think I'd cry this much. I tried so hard because I was comparing myself. Remember my video on comparing? All I would do was sleep. The only thing I could watch, I don't care what people say. I love SpongeBob. SpongeBob and I, we be mates. Oh my goodness. I could watch SpongeBob. Sorry, I'm just gonna point all this out and continue with my little, whatever, story. I don't have a lot left, really. I mean, there's always going to be something that I miss, I think. But, I think I remember, I was saying how I compared myself to how I was before, and I couldn't help it. And I felt like I liked people coming over, but it was so exhausting. It exhausted me just to watch TV. I think I mentioned that. Seriously, honestly, the only thing I could watch for very short periods of time was SpongeBob. But yeah, now I love SpongeBob. Only the first 4 seasons though. But I appreciated everyone bringing helping us out, helping my family. It was so wonderful to see how many people cared. The thing that it's hard about a TBI, I believe, is the fact that maybe this is better. Then I can't see myself. This is very good. The fact that you can't see it. With a prosthetic limb or a handicap like that, you can see the handicap. With a TBI, you cannot see. With a mental disorder, well, some of them you can see, but with a TBI, you can't see it. And it's so frustrating. I would go to migraines. You can't see a migraine. With my TBI, I was so frustrated. I remember thinking, I am going to do something today. I would have to go to my dance class. I'm an Irish dance teacher at the time. And we did hard shoe, which people call it like clogging. No. Hard shoe. It's different from clogging. Clogging came and descended. They are descendants of Irish dancing. So Irish dance was first. Get it straight, people. It's fine. I'm not too offended. Anyway, I'm going to be really careful going down this. I hear voices. I don't want to be recording when people come by because, that's just weird. And this trail is, they're above me. And so no one can see my TBI, and I thought that everyone expected me to be the same, including myself. And so I would try to get up and do what I always did. Make breakfast, be a mom, do the laundry, at least clean the house. Oh gosh, you set yourself up for failure every time. And the doctors would say, don't compare yourself. And like I said before, how can you not? It's simple stuff. But I wanted to get up and make breakfast for the kids. I'm their mother. I couldn't see my TBI. No one else could see it. I wanted to be able to be a teacher at Irish dance. I would get massive headaches from that noise. I would go there and cover up my head and have my daughter teach. Oh, talk about the pressure. She was parentified way too soon. I couldn't drive. I was traumatized by driving big time. I tried to go easy on myself, and my then husband would say, well, you can always go back to bed. Just get up with the family and then go back to bed. But the thing is, I usually can't go back to sleep so well. I mean, I know I said I'd go sleep. I could go lay down, but it was hard for me to go back to sleep feeling guilty. I'd sit there and let my brain work itself into a frenzy of guilt of what I was not doing for everyone else. Now, I think some of this is my personality, so perhaps other people with a TBI don't feel this way, but boy did I really put it to myself. And finally, I would try to get myself to just do one goal a day, if that was just do the laundry. Or I remember one time I wanted to just clear the rocks out of the grass, and I got the whole family out there to clear the rocks out of the grass, and that was a huge accomplishment for me. And yet I still would beat myself up for not doing more. You know how long that lasted? I think I stayed back in my bedroom for like 6 months at least. And then I remember going in the car for drives. And I remember we went to an Irish dance competition in LA. And I remember it would vibrate. And I, even laying down, I got so frustrated and so upset. I wanted to, it was no one's fault. And I was frustrated at myself. And I wanted to just simply bark like a dog. What is that? I wanted to bark. I don't know. I was just mad. It was so bad. I hated to go in the car. And I swear, when my then husband would drive, he would like brake and my head would hit the back and I would just be like, dude. I learned to accelerate and brake without making people's heads hit the back, because it's little things like that. If you have someone you know with a TBI, it's little things. Keep the lights out in the rooms where they are. This lasted at least 2 years. When the doctors say, oh, give them a little bit. Mine, and I dare say it lasted, well, that kind of stuff, 3 to 4. I couldn't walk without assistance every time I'd get up to walk. Vertigo was so fun. I would never get sick to my stomach because I have an ironclad stomach, but other people get sick, but I didn't, so I liked it. The only part I didn't like was feeling like I was gonna trip all the time. I'd have to grab onto stuff. I already covered that in another video. The thing I wanted to cover today was how I got in my accident and some of the feelings I had while I was in the hospital. The things I forgot, or I thought I forgot. That doesn't even cover going to some of the doctors. I don't remember what kind of doctors, because they told me I'd forget everything. And I did. But I do remember being absolutely humiliated, feeling like I was 80 and depending on everyone else. Do you know how that feels, to depend on other people for everything? You think it'd be great. And maybe you have a personality where that's great. Not me. I'm very independent. I hated that. I don't like it. And it was absolutely humiliating. Humiliating. And I still, it's fine. I got this. That's why we gotta educate people, right? But being aware of how a person with a TBI feels, like that can cause you that humiliation. No one sees their TBI. People at the stores have no idea why I can't form words. And I'm like, well, you know, the what's that red stuff that you put on hamburgers called? Oh, yeah. And they tell you ketchup. You're like, mm-hmm. And then you struggle in the next sentence to say, I have my, oh, what's that called? You know, that you pay with. And they start filling in the blanks. Coin, purse, wallet, no. You know, the plastic thing, and credit card. Yeah. Dumb little things. Can't remember people's name. I have short-term. Yeah, I only have short-term. That's hilarious. No long-term. No long-term for me. Okay, well, hey, that's good, right? Let's look at the positive side here. Anyway, this is way too long, but who cares, right? Gotta roll with the punches, baby. It's fine. I hope this helps somebody. In another video, I have a couple of videos I want to do. I promise to tell about my experience in the crash soon, about my near-death experience. I don't call it near-death, I call it death experience. And then I promise in another video to go over what happened 2 years ago with my nephew Sam. All right, because now he has a TBI. All right, thanks, and please don't forget to comment if there is something that you want to know, or share, or just please be good people, because karma's real. Karma is real. I testify. All right, you guys have a good day.